Hi there, if you're watching this video, you are comparing Cloudways, okay, and DreamHost. So I want to share this not only from normal website comparison between the product and features, because to be honest, this all the information you can read online, right? You do not need someone to just read this out loud to you, okay? It's a waste of effort and time. But I want to share from a real user perspective, whom have been in the market for over 10 years. Okay, I've been a programmer myself. I live and breathe and grown with WordPress. I use a lot of hosting services, and I want to not only compare between with the pricing, the features, but I also want to share about some technical aspect and the areas that is not shared from both of the side. Okay, first thing first. Okay, DreamHost and Cloudways is not something that you can easily apple to apple for comparison. Okay, and I tell you why. DreamHost is they have the names called WordPress, WooCommerce, and etc. You can just ignore this, okay, right? A lot of hosting now they put this tab WordPress hosting, WooCommerce hosting because a lot of newcomers to the market they heard about WooCommerce, heard about WordPress is great, and they go to search this WordPress hosting. And the first thing they go to DreamHost and they do not find WordPress hosting, and they thought, oh, DreamHost does not support WordPress hosting, which is completely not true. So they would just opt out. So it's like the industry is shaping to help the newcomers to use their service. Okay, DreamHost they have the share hosting, okay, and a VPS hosting, okay, and dedicated hosting. So you basically you can consider these all five can be summarized into two. One is share hosting, one is dedicated hosting. Okay, only these two, one and the fourth. Okay, and I will tell you in a bit of a second. In hosting industry, there's only actually two type. You rent the place, the house, okay, the storage, the CPU, the RAM, with some other users that you do not know, or you rent the whole thing, just like you rent your own apartment, you live it by yourself. Okay, just like in a university hostel, when you have in a budget, when you're still a student, you are in the share hosting. Okay, so managed share web hosting is the same thing. Okay, so they just make the name difference, the speed a little bit faster, more resources, and make it charging higher. Cloud hosting, same thing. Okay, because people like to use the word cloud. Okay, so the word cloud is very bored. Okay, I would say. So now you get it clear. So I will tell you, Cloudways is a dedicated hosting. Okay, so all of these five options, EO, Voucher, NetIno, AWS, GCP, all are private hosting. No matter which one you choose, you own the whole space. Okay, no one is going to share with you. No shitty neighbors going to screw up your website if they use a lot of resources to screw up the IP address. None of your business. Okay, you have your own dedicated IP address. So hope you get it clear. So when you compare the pricing, which I highly recommend if you're a newcomer, you can go with Voucher and I know deal is a little bit unstable. AWS and GCP is too expensive for a new starter. Okay, if you have the budget, okay, with your website have a lot of traffic, it's a lot of images, which is a WooCommerce site, go with AWS and GCP. Otherwise, if you are just merely doing this blogging business, some travel blog, Voucher and I know is perfect. Okay, it's perfect. So the correct comparison should be this pricing versus this pricing. No joke, okay? So you can see how inflated and expensive it is for DreamHost, okay? The reason why it's so expensive is because for this company, DreamHost, actually even for other GoDaddy, Namecheap, they use some of them they just subscribe their server from actually these companies. Okay, they start from these companies, but they cannot segregate into granular level because they are not management hosting, and they decide to the market. So the easy way is that they put 100 clients into one IP address, and they pay $100. Of course, a metaphor. $100 they charge for 150, and they make a profit. But if you're going for a dedicated server, they need to have a rack of a dedicated specific area dedicated to you, which in their will they want to target some premium commercial client. Okay, so for individual blogger like us, okay, I will assume you are individual or just like a small SME company less than 100 person. You should always go for Cloudways. Okay, much cheaper. You have your own space, and to tell you the one of another point to critical point. Okay, if you go for these kind of hosting company, no offense here, DreamHost, but the next year the renew prices will go up higher, much higher. The reason is because when you go for uh, uh, this company, when it start, they want to have cheaper rate, they want to attract people to use their services, and after a while, after you have already been using it for a while, the next year renewal they will go put the prices up, okay, because uh, 9 out of 10, okay, or even 10 out of 10 people are just too lazy, do not know how to, and do not bother to change their hosting company. So just like, when is the last time you changed your internet service provider? When is the last time you changed your mobile phone carrier companies, right? So, unless the deal is so sweet, the discount is so crazy, we will not bother. And changing all these, the metaphor I just said, ISP and the mobile carrier, all the heavy work is done by the company. What about migration of a web hosting? Okay, so Cloudways do have the free migrations, 30. Okay, it's crazy, 30 free migrations. Not talking about one free migration, 30 free migration for you, because the whole support team is a very professional technical stuff, so they can do it in the SSH in the console, not on a granular menu drag and drop on the file. But I digress. Okay, I will come back to this topic. The point is, with the next year, even for 5, 10 years, the pricing will be just very transparent with this rate, okay? Maybe just go up one few cents, $1, just a normal inflation rate, just like your diary food in the supermarket. So I hope that makes sense, because what they do is that they charge a little bit premium from this Nino. If you go to Nino and you do these services, you may be charging a little bit 20% less, but I will tell you it's definitely worth it. Okay, the troublesome the SSL configurations, the SFTP, SSH, and the CDN, and the caching, and the scaling. So much stuff I will cover in this video later. Save you so much time if you go for Cloudways. Okay, so the point number three I want to share with you is that one of the things that itself is really worth going for Cloudway is this cache plugin called Breeze. Okay, so I think by layman and common sense thinking process, what is the best hosting caching solutions, right? What is the best one? It, of course, it's the one developed by the hosting company themselves, right? You are using Cloudways, and Cloudways developed this WordPress cache plugin, and you can have two powerful solutions, which is one is Runish, one is Reddit on stock cover here. They don't mention it here, but Runish is one of the very, if you can Google a little bit, basically Varnish is a professional, commercial level, like corporate level, like cache plugin, okay, which is normally you will not able to see it when you are using web share hosting. Not possible, because you need a dedicated hosting company to do that. And with you go for cloud, you are entitled to do this because you own the whole environment. Remember the metaphor that I just mentioned, the apartment, you own the whole apartment. So that's to make a very much difference, okay? That's the end of the point. So I want to also share with you the feasibility to control the resources, okay? Cloudway, because you own the whole resources, you are able to set the server level, granular level, server level settings, okay? Which is not possible when you're doing share hosting, because share hosting, the company like DreamHost already set the CPU, RAM, and storage for you, and you have to listen to and to use what the resources they're giving to you. You cannot just change whatever you want, and it's not possible. But for Cloudway, if you go for, you can scale a server as easy as that. If you want some resources, go to this page. You have this is the data control panel. Click your server and your application, vertical scanning. Just pull, voila, it's done. Okay, the treasury should be so fair that it depends on the hourly rate that you use your resources, and it's all that. Okay, and backup and restore for cloud is just amazing. Something go wrong with your system, no cPanel, if you need to trouble the version, backup and click restore. All in done in 17 seconds. Okay, how great it is. Clone server is another awesome tool. It's not possible you can do with DreamHost, because you do not own the server. For Cloudways, you can completely clone the server. When is it useful? When is it very useful? Because it's different from staging, right? Staging is using the same server, but clone the server, you can, if you're using Nino, okay, if you're using Nino, we talk about here, with Nino, and you want to upgrade your whole thing to AWS, what do you do in another hosting company? Basically, you need to migrate the whole thing yourself, but they can do it for you automatically with a cloner server. You can clone your Nano server to AWS or GCP in the blink of a second, and then immediately you're using your new setting configurations. As it as that. SSL, if you go for Nano, AWS, and GCP, if you've tried it before, I can tell you it's a pain in the ass process because SSL configuration is not something that can be easily done without proper programming skills. We go for these raw storage providing companies like AWS, Google. For installation of FSL in Cloudways, you can just click it easily as that. Okay, that's it, and it's completely done. Okay, so how to add the staging is also extremely easy. You can just click in there and then one click and then you will enable a clone of the website images and you can just edit from there. Okay, this is an example I'm going to show you. Create staging and voila, it's done. So there's so much benefit about using Cloudways, and they will share you not only try to give you a hosting solution, they try to share with you how people are able to use Cloudways and to help the business. I will leave the link down below, and it's just extremely good. Okay, and also one thing I want to share with you is the Redis. Okay, this is the last point I want to share with you. This here is a little bit how do I say, a little bit technical here. Okay, but Redis is not developed by Cloudways. Okay, it's a third-party corporate level, like professional caching solutions can be worked together with Varnish. Basically, it will help you to improve your site performance. Okay, I don't want to digress my video into another 10 minutes extra because Varnish, cache, object cache, and the static cache is a whole bunch of different concepts. It works in different area of your website. Okay, so when we talk about cache, right, is object cache. Okay, so you can Google it a bit with your interest, but with your don't care, just trust me, don't bother. Go with Cloudway, and then you can use a plugin libraries to enable Redis. It will have you step-by-step guide. And hell, if you do not know how to do it, just go with Cloudway support, and you can do it for you as well, completely for free. Okay, no extra module and bullshit stuff. Okay, so I been using Cloudway for many years for all my business in there, and I cannot think of the reason why you would go for DreamHost, to be honest. Okay, so click the link down below to grab my discount deal. The unique discount deal in here.